So without further ado, everyone will see that she'll be doing her work. She'll be exposing her amazing talent, exercising her skills. You're going to see all the great work she's going to be doing today. And this is Miss Tifini Lewis, and she has her own business and her own styling company called Theophani Style.
Yes. She's on the hot seat because she's standing. That's
right. That's my life. It's on my feet.
All right. So while we are patiently waiting for Theophani and doing her craft, I would like to talk a little bit about what we always do, which is our current events. And this was really a rough week for America, I should say. This was a rough week for the world and for the music world, and that is Miss Whitney Houston. And I must say that I am devastated. I felt as if I lost a friend. I felt as if I lost a family member. She was just so amazing. And me being from old school, it is so wonderful to be a part of a world that people know how to sing. We don't have that anymore. We don't have that anymore. This woman,
I don't know what's going on.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I have no idea. And you don't have to have talent anymore to make it. You don't have to have that.
It's just
and
horrible.
she was amazing. And I just want to give, I want to just pray for their family, her family, the daughter, Bobby Brown, Miss Sissy Houston, Dionne Warwick, all her family that really going through a hard time right now, because if we're going to miss her as fans, we can't even imagine what the Houston family is going through right now.
That's so true.
So I'm just so glad that we have great music, her great music, that is going to still be with us 20 years, 40 years to come. So I just want to say to the family, the Houston family, we love you. We will always love her, and just stay strong.
You know what this brings to mind is, unfortunately, a lot of the negative that I've been hearing about Whitney Houston and about her life. And what I'd like to say to add to that is, you know, he who has no say, you know, you be the one to cast the first stone.
That's right.
And there's so many people talking this and talking that, and your own lives are not in order.
Right.
Your business is not handled.
Yes.
So, you know, we should not judge Miss Houston for her past.
No, we shouldn't.
Exactly.
And we should just be remembering her, what she brought to the table and brought to all of our lives.
So true.
It's unfortunate though that we get just caught up in this whole media frenzy, and the media just harps on every negative thing that is out there.
It is very disappointing. And Bishop T.D. Jakes, he said something so profound about Whitney Houston. It was on the internet. And, you know, we have to remember that, you know, we got to be careful how we treat people, because we don't know when their last day is going to be. But he just spoke highly of her. And, you know, one of the things we have to focus on is not just, she wasn't just a star, but she was a human being. And when you're in the media, you're in the limelight, we forget about that they are a human being as well. And no matter how talented you are, we all have weaknesses. We all have things that we battle every day. And the difference between her and I, well, not us, because we're about to be in the limelight, we just out there. All her stuff was in the limelight, you know? But it didn't matter. I mean, it doesn't matter. She was an amazing woman. And the world loved her.
And
they loved her.
You know, and I keep saying, I had so many plans for her. You know, you would have thought I was like a manager for her or something. Because I had planned for her to be in more movies and come out with just great hits and everything. So I realized the other day, as I was watching, you know, different things about her, I said, wow, she had so much personality. You know, her presence was just awesome. And, you know, we realize things sometimes later, you know, and I thought she was great before, but even more so I realized just the other day, I said, wow, she just has so much personality, you know. So, yeah, we're definitely going to miss her, you know.
Well, it's just been a rough, the beginning of 2012.
It's been a rocky road.
The deaths of
so
many, Etta James, Don Cornelius, David Houston, and like you said, I mean, there are really very few people lined up to fill these shoes.
I do have a stinking thinking. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I went away about a week ago, I believe it was, and So, you know, you're looking for your hotel where you want to stay. And, you know, when you do it online, you listen to the little comments, you look at the little comments that they have and everything. But you just can't quite maybe go on that, you know, because some of the comments were like, oh, yeah, it's a, you know, great place. And so, all right. So I was like, okay, well, you know, it can't be so bad. Right. So, but now you know that they do give you the stars. So is it a 2-star hotel, 3-star, 4-star?
Well, how many stars the hotel you had? It had a half.
Well, you know, this was a little.
It had a little.
This was one of those areas. This is one of those areas where, right, where you know they don't have any 4 stars in this area because you know it's a small, you know, country little site and everything.
Got 4 dots.
They had the stars.
Okay.
But you know, I was thinking, well, how badly could you know a 2 be? I don't know. Since 3
experience firsthand
was
you know. You know, normally, I guess somebody else usually books the hotel for me, you know. And so I was like, well, how bad could a 2 be when they only have up to 3 anyway? You know, you figure that the scale changes a little if they only have 3s as the highest. So anyway, I walk into the hotel. Yeah, that was my response.
What? Was it empty? Was it dry land? What was it when you walked in?
No. Okay, funny you should say that.
Maggots on the wall? Because I went to a hotel that had white little bugs on the wall.
Oh,
I was going crazy.
Okay, well, no, it was.
You were with me. It was in Florida. We were. That's another story.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, no, I can't say that it was. I must have tried to like suppress that right there.
It was a mess. Let's go.
I didn't see little bugs, but I looked around for them. I did. I looked around for them. I looked on the floor because just in case something was running by, I would have been out. Okay, I should have been out here anyway. But I'm looking, and I just didn't want to, like, I stood there, I can't even say I'm telling a fib, for 5 minutes just standing in one spot because I was scared if I moved my foot, something would grab me. Yeah. It would just come out and grab me and tackle me down to the floor. That's what I thought. I thought that. But I'm glad to say I'm still sitting here.
We're so glad.
I'm still sitting here with you.
It didn't connect 2. It still connect 3. Okay.
I have to tell you this. Okay, this is. I stayed in a hotel once. That you know, you bring your food and everything. You know, you going in, you bring your little snacks. You know.
They told you can't bring snacks
in the middle of the night.
Oh no, I'm scared.
In the middle of the night.
What happened, Joanna?
My bag started moving across the dresser.
No, it did not. Are you kidding?
I swear.
Joanna.
The person I was with, I'm not going to tell, you know, say he jumped up and down. He screamed like a girl. The bag, there was chicken in the bag. The bag moved across the dresser. I got my things.
I am so messed up right now.
I got my things. And I left.
I am so
very
messed up.
quickly.
Did you take the chicken with you?
No. I did not.
I hope not. I hope not. But I wouldn't have gone in the bag to get the chicken out either.
Yes, it woke us up.
Oh no.
But did you identify what it was that actually you didn't have time?
I didn't care.
I ain't mad at you.
No, I
could hear it rustling around.
They was like, thank you. They was like, thank you for that chicken.
Ooh, she left it up there.
I'm just saying. All I'm saying is, no more 2 stars.
No more 2 stars.
That's why there's 1, 2, 3, 4 stars. That's why they created it.
But you know, I would think, well, how you know it's the stars? How bad could it be?
Well, if you think about 5, and you only could go up to 5, then 2 must be bad.
2 must be bad, right?
Must be bad.
You know, I guess, you know, I was so excited about being there and getting there and just enjoying myself. So I was like, oh, you know. But yeah, no more.
No more.
No more. I even dropped something on the floor. I was scared to pick it up. Oh, Lord. I was like, oh, that is contaminated forever.
Lord have mercy.
So, yeah.
Let's take a look at where Miss Tiffany is.
Oh, yes.
Oh, man. So let me just, first of all, I'm very excited because I have history with Miss Lewis here.
All right.
And we went to the same church with Love Fellowship Tabernacle with Bishop Hezekiah Walker as her bishop. And I have to go down memory lane a little bit.
Okay.
I knew all about Tiffini Style for a long time. Okay, Let me tell you what she did for me years ago. She took a pair of pants, cut it, put cloth in the middle, and made me a long denim skirt. That skirt was off
I remember
the
that,
chain.
Tiffany.
I still have the pictures, actually.
Jeans I said, Tiffany, where you get that skirt from? So I made it. I said, how did you make it? She was like, just give me a pair of pants that's a little too bigger than you. I'm going to cut it, put some material in them. I remember it was red and blue was denim.
I remember
it was blue denim.
that.
She kitted, put the red cloth. It was so long and it went out so nice. I'm telling you. And she gave me a good curly hair weave. Yes. So I've been using Tiffany for a long time. But let me just tell people have to understand this, okay? There's a difference between a good hairstylist and someone with a good spirit. Because I believe that everybody cannot be in your hair, okay? I don't care how you are out there, you beauticians, no matter how banging your weaves are, if you have a nasty spirit, you ain't getting on this big head. You ain't doing it. Because I strongly believe that your spirit should. I don't care. You got to have a good spirit, and this young lady has an amazing spirit. Thank you. And I'm just so excited to see what's in store for her.
I'm so happy to see her.
Come on, let's see this. What's going on, Miss Theophani Style?
Yes, hi. It's funny you say that because the whole thing behind Theophani Styles, my tagline is enhancing your true beauty.
Wow.
Because I completely believe in that. We deal with the outward, we deal with the superficial, we deal with what people see on the outside, but in everyday life, people have an inside. You know, and a lot of people mask those insides, whether they're hurting, whether they're happy, you know, whether they're so-so, whether they're mourning, whether they're grieving, or whether they're on top of the world. Everyone's outside should be a reflection of the inside. And then what I also realize is a lot of times people use the outside enhancement to cover up. Or they use it because they can't deal with the inside. So this is what they do to face the world. You know, so they put on that I don't want to say mask, but almost like that cover. You know, and that's what the main thing with the Theophani Style is. Because like you said, who wants someone over them with an attitude?
Exactly.
You know?
So true.
Exactly.
Because, you know, I just believe that the spirit you have, because you're over me, you're touching my hair, you're touching my roots, you know, and I believe in the Bible, your hair is your glory, even if you got to add more, it's still on my hair, you feel me? Exactly. So that, all of that energy that you're pouring on me, that could come into you. That's my strong belief. And when you're sitting in a chair, you want to feel comfortable with that person, and you hearing all people, the one person leave, you sit in, the beautician talk about the person who just left, and I'm like, you know what, you're going to talk about me too. I'm not no different from her. But I want to be in an environment where when I sit in that chair, I want to feel free, I want to feel comfortable, and I want to be able to feel something precious.
And guess what? That's guaranteed with Tiffany. Yes. So tell us about what you do, how you got started.
Why you do what you do. Tell me
what I do. How I got started, I think always as a young child, I was in someone's head. You know, like she said, I made her skirts, I was making clothes out of curtains. And I've always been creative, you know. I come from a social work and education background. So helping is my first love. That's what I love to do. And I've always had the creative gifts. And so, you know, with a series of events that happened in my life, I decided that this was what I absolutely love to do, whether I was getting paid for it or not. This is really what made me happy, you know. And so I decided to do this full time because I really believe that doing hair and doing makeup is a help. It is a gift of helps, you know. And you know, I realized that it's not just hobby. Like, I can really actually do this for a living and constantly work on my craft so I can be not only good at what I do in my skill set, but again, bring the best of what you said, you know, that spirit that people want when they sit in your chair, you know.
Well, we have a beautiful model here. You know, tell us what it is that you're actually doing with her.
Okay, well, we have Victoria here, and right before we got on, I cut her hair, so she had shoulder-length hair. And so I just so I cut her down, and we just curled her, and now I'm applying her makeup. I'd like to say that Victoria is 18 years old, so what we're concentrating on is making her enhanced, but in an age-appropriate way.
Nice. That's beautiful.
Because we see so many
inappropriateness.
Inappropriate.
Not appropriate.
A lot of inappropriateness, and you don't know if she's 37 or 17.
That's right. That's
Except you see her thumb in her mouth, and then like, oh, okay, you're giving it away.
Oh, when she opened her mouth,
exactly.
Like, okay, this ain't no grown woman.
Oh, you're a baby. You're a baby.
Exactly.
So, yeah, so we're adding a little eyeshadow. We prepped her before. I did her eyebrows, and I applied a little base foundation on her. And so we're going to play with her eyes a little bit because she has beautiful, gorgeous eyes. And
yes, she does.
She does, right? And I was so happy because she has beautiful, thick eyebrows. And so I wanted her to basically maintain them. So I just shaped them. Okay. And we did a little, you know, fill in or whatever. So we're just going to continue to do this.
And we have a before picture that we're going to show later.
Yes.
So that's going to be great. Well, tell us, like, how, like, what was your turning point? What was the experience that made you say, okay, this is how I need to take my career?
That's an easy one for me. I had gotten to the point where I had walked away from a relationship that was not good for me. Wow. And in walking away from that relationship put me in position of being a sole provider for my 3 children. Wow. And so as I mentioned before, you know, I was in education and I was not happy. I was not fulfilled. And I said to myself, if I have to take care of my children, I need to be able to wake up every day and go to something that is easy for me to do because I have to take care of them anyway.
Yes.
And that's when I had made the decision after going, spending many years in college and being in the, you know, the professional world, to put myself in cosmetology school. Wow. Which was a lifelong dream, honestly, because I wanted to do it straight out of high school. And my parents said no, go to college, you know, you always need a degree. And, you know, they're right. And at one point I resented them for it, you know, because I always had these gifts. And I always said I'd be a millionaire by now if they allowed me to do that, you know. But everything is in timing, you know, because I don't think I would be here with you if I did that, you know, some time ago, you know.
In education and going right into what you're doing.
It really is.
Absolutely.
It really is.
Absolutely, because if you're a teacher, you're a teacher,
Exactly.
no matter what you're teaching.
So true.
You know,
and if you're a helper, you're a helper.
Exactly.
In more ways than one, internally and externally. So you have the best of both worlds.
Exactly that.
So what are the color schemes you're going to use for our model here?
Okay, well, just a little background information since we were talking about education. Looking at her skin, she has what we would call warm undertones, which means that under her skin tone you can see hues of orange, you can see hues of red, and you could see hues of yellow. So we go with complementary colors that would bring that out. Right. So since she has a warm undertone, something like a gray, like a cool gray or icy blue might not necessarily look well on her skin. It might even give her an ashen look. Okay. So again, considering that she's 18 years old, we're just gonna, you know, play with her eyes a little bit. Okay. And so just adding a little bronzy color on her lids, and then I'm gonna play with it a little bit and see what we come up, because it's all play for me. Okay. You know, it really is. It really is.
Is this a natural hair color?
No, it's not.
Okay, so where did we start from to get, what color was her hair prior to?
Well, she has, can I say, a number 2, which is...
We know what that is.
Yes, you know, which is an actual color, which is what you learn in beauty schools. Right. Yeah, so there's a gradient of colors, one being your darkest color, which is 1, and then you go into the 2. So she's a natural brown. Okay. And she lightened her hair and brought it up to a level 4. Okay, so we put a little additions into it to give it a little bit more length, and again, like I said, we added a bit of commercial hair to give her some more, and it was shoulder length, which you'll see in the picture. And then, like I said, I gave her a razor cut as opposed to a scissor cut, and the difference between that is when you have a scissor cut, the end of the hair you'll see the straight line, whereas the razor cut gives it more of a feathered effect. It's just that simple, plus it's very easy to use. Yeah.
So how long has this journey actually taken from you deciding that you didn't want to be in education anymore to doing what you wanted to do, your true passion?
Well, for the last 3 years.
Okay.
It was 3 years ago that I had started cosmetology school, though I've been doing this for years. And that's the funny thing, because while, I had my day job, I've been freelancing, so to do it full-time and full-fledged, I would say 3 years ago I started.
Wow. Okay. So let's talk about this blog you have.
Yes.
Let's talk about the blog. Tell us about that, because I've seen it. It's some great stuff. I just want to say that the pictures that's on her website, it's just beautiful. There
Thank
is
you.
one that stand out to me. The color scheme was green and yellow, and it wasn't even so much, but the colors that you use so well, just that I'm an eyeshadow fiend.
You've always been.
That's funny.
You have always been.
She's put it down.
I wrote it down a little bit, but
she still loves it.
It's the age, When I was younger, she knew. She was there. I was pink.
And the glittery ones.
And the glitter. I still have those. I'm sorry. I still have those. No offense.
Pink glitter, blue glitter, purple glitter, yellow glitter.
I like that no more. I might give a little edge. I give a little edge at the tip. But there was a picture that she had on that I saw, and it was a beautiful young lady, and the color scheme was green and yellow. And how she had it set up was the bracelet was green and yellow, and all her accessories were green and yellow, and it just highlighted her face. And this was a young lady, and I loved the way she just matched the look for her age and for her presence, and it was absolutely beautiful.
What is the website where people can find out more about your business?
Well, my blog currently is www.TheophaniStyle.blogspot.com.
Okay.
And we're reconstructing the website because in my business I realized that the first thing you see is the first thing you think about me. So because I deal with beauty, I need to have quality pictures, and so I have a website, but I'm not rushing because I need to do it right. You only have one time.
Exactly.
You only have one time. So it's TheophaniStyle.com, and the blog spot, TheophaniStyle.blogspot.com. And in addition to what I do as a hairstylist and makeup artist, I'm also a beauty writer, a beauty expert, an entertainment writer. Awesome. And so I cover all aspects of art. I love art, and I love culture, and I love people.
Right.
And so on the blog, I've had the opportunity to interview and be around different artists, and we're going to continue to put all aspects of art and culture on there. So,
I think that people should really understand the importance of applying makeup. I mean, it's really serious. You really need to know how to do that. People think because they have eyeshadow and I was one of those people.
Oh,
thank you.
I'm sorry.
I was one of those people. No, I really can speak for myself.
I'm sorry. I had a flashback.
You had a flashback
because I love, she's very stylish. Still is extremely stylish. So, but she used to do this little, lip liner thing, right? And she never wanted to blend the lip liner. And she would just put it there and it'd be so just stuck.
Black. It was black. It was black.
And then she was, and I always tease her because, she got little baby lips.
I do. So I thought the liner
would bring it out.
You take something, somebody say, you put lip liner on your lips look filler. And the darker the lip liner, the bigger your lips. So I got the blacker black.
The black, yeah. And it would just be sitting there.
And going,
it would be like somebody took a permanent marker and just went like this. Just like that.
But that was very 90s appropriate, though.
It was 90s appropriate.
And early 2000s.
But of course, I didn't do it right.
Right.
It was appropriate,
but this is the thing.
So one day, being a big sister that I am, I tried to say,
she couldn't take it no more.
I said, what? I said, Shalane, but I have a nice approach.
Yes.
When I tell people things,
absolutely.
So I said, you should just let that blend a little bit, on your lips. Well, I like it like that.
Oh, she did?
Yes, she did.
Miss Confidence.
And I said,
there you go.
That's exactly that, right?
I won't be the classy one.
But you know what? I had to learn. There were people who, I think my thing was my cousin, Medea, who went to Dudley Beauty School, and she used to shut me down.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, she's a graduate from there, definitely the same way, great with makeup, great with hair. And she was like, you look a mess. And
maybe I should have said it that way.
So hard, but that
that's
didn't
not
matter
me.
either. what happened to my breaking point, my turning point was to make sure, let me fix this. I used to have this baby blue and white top, and I had these baby blue shoes, right? So I decided to wear baby blue eyeshadow, but I had white on the other side and baby blue on the other. So I went to the store, and this dad said, "You shouldn't do that."
That's what he said.
And I got so he was like, "What?" He said, "That don't look right." He said, "And you know what? You don't have to do all of that.
Wow.
You're beautiful. You're beautiful. You don't have to do that." So he gave me a tissue.
No.
And said, "Take it off. You look better without that."
And
And you know, this was because we was very
You never told me about that.
Yeah, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna lay low.
I guess I wouldn't have told anybody about that either.
But it happened again when I used to sing.
Tell the world.
Yeah, when it happened again when I was singing on the choir and Tarita, who was here,
Right.
I had pink eyeshadow with a whole pink outfit on, and before he was bishop, he was pastor, and I knew he was like, So I had to put me to the side, and one of the young ladies from the alto section said, "You need to bring that down, son." So you know what I believe? If too many people is saying the same, two different people
There's
are
some
saying
type
the
of truth in
same
it.
thing about you, you have to realize that.
Yes.
Yeah.
yes.
I was
But
a
you have to
clown.
change.
I was a happy clown.
Well, I'm a late bloomer with the whole makeup thing.
Okay.
Okay, now.
I was too, believe it or not.
Really? I have often been told that I have the littlest lips ever. And
Smaller than Shawana's?
Thank you.
Are they?
Oh, they are.
They are.
That's because I have a little thickness in my lower lip.
Yes.
But go on.
My mother used to say to me that she was afraid to put the spoon in my mouth when I was a little girl because my mouth was that small. This is what she said. Yes, you said that, Mom. Okay. So, what do you do with a person with small lips? What would you do to bring them out? Or do they need bringing out?
See, this is what I was going to address,
Right.
because there are rules, there are guidelines, but I don't necessarily, it's just like when they say a woman who has hips and she's pear-shaped, she should wear clothing that takes away from the look. But if you have hips, who says you should hide them?
Exactly.
That's just my personal thinking.
Thank you.
That's my
very
own
much.
personal thinking.
That's how I feel.
So if you have no problem, now there are certain tricks and techniques. So the purpose of the lip liner, a darker lip liner, is to reduce the size of your lip.
To reduce?
To reduce
Okay, let
the
me
appearance
the
of the size
dimple.
of your lips. So you don't have small lips, Shawana.
No?
I don't think so, in my opinion.
You
But
heard it first.
I'm sorry. Yes, I did hear that. Maybe because, there's nothing
well,
small.
compared to yours.
in comparison, it's smaller.
Smaller.
But yes,
Thank you.
So the darker liner would be to reduce the appearance, and a liner the same color would be to either keep them appearing larger or to just keep them the same.
Okay.
So that's what it would be.
Well, you won't believe this.
I know.
We're
out of
running
time.
Yes, we're out of time. So is it possible then that we could see where we are and we could close out with just taking a look at where we are? I know it's not finished, but...
No, you know what? We're very quick because I can just put a little stain of a lip gloss.
So while you're doing that, what's the future for the Theophani Style? Why are you putting the lips on?
Why am I putting the lips on?
Why you
I'm sorry. The future of Theophany Style is we're bringing the brand, first of all, to a celebrity status as far as the artistry, but then also, again, as I mentioned, to link the philanthropy to the creative arts. And that is what my main goal is, because I believe in enhancing your true beauty, and that goes with a whole lot of different things.
That's beautiful.
So.
That's beautiful. And we're going to have to close with those words.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
And I just think that, it's going to have to be a part 2.
It's going to be
Yeah, we do.
having a bunch of
Let's have a part 2.
I think it's a good idea.
Once again, I just hate to even do this, but I'm Joanna the Courageous.
I'm Jackie, the classy.
I'm Shawana, the confident one, and we'll see you next time on Connect 3.